channel, Naturally Beautiful Girl. We're finally talking about Merit Beauty. I have been getting so many questions about the brand, and to be really honest, I have been super excited to try the brand out myself. I was actually in the process of looking through their website and like picking out items that I wanted to purchase, and the brand reached out to me and offered to send me some products, and I was like, yes, thank you so much. So these products were sent to me. I was gifted them by the brand. However, I am not sponsored in this video. They're not paying me to make this video. Regardless of whether they'd sent me these products or not, I definitely would have purchased them. I'm going to be including demos of me applying all the products today. I've got them all on my face. Merit Beauty is a clean beauty line that did launch during the pandemic, and I feel like it really reflects these times in that it's a very curated line of essential products that are really easy to use and perfect for really quick or very minimal makeup looks. Merit Beauty is currently available on the Merit Beauty website, but they're also launching at Sephora on February 16th online, and they should be in some stores starting February 19th as well. Not that we're really going into stores. I don't even know the last time I was in a Sephora at this point. I do have the full line of products, so I'll be able to give you my thoughts on everything. Let's start off with this product right here. This is the, I'm reading the name of this. This is the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Foundation and Concealer Stick. So basically what this is like a stick foundation / concealer product. And I have the shade Bone. And it comes in this beautiful packaging. Like the Merit packaging is just flawless to me. Like I have nothing to critique about the packaging. And it's a little stick here. The one thing I will say about this product is it is small. It's definitely more on the concealer size scale rather than the foundation size scale. I understand it because the idea with this line is maybe you don't want to do like a full face of foundation. You just want to conceal certain areas. And I do think that this product works well for that kind of lighter application. I do put it kind of all over my face and blend it out, but I really did try to target it, and that's how I use this product. I try to target in the areas where I need more concealing, like under my eyes, around my nose, on my chin. I've got a few breakouts over on the side of my face as well, so I kind of target the product there. I have the shade Bone. I think you'll see this a bit in the clip of me applying the product. It's not quite the right shade for me. Like I could use like a shade lighter. It's a little, I can make it work, but I would have preferred this to be a slightly lighter color. I believe Bone was like the lightest color. I think there was one shade that was a little bit pinker. It was like fair with pink undertones, and I believe Bone was the fair with neutral undertones shade. But you can see it swatched on my hand, and that's kind of the problem, is it's just a little bit deeper. I think a slightly lighter shade would have been a little bit more flattering, and also something I would enjoy using, especially under my eyes a little bit more, because then it would be a little bit more brightening. So that's my only drawback, is I can't quite find the right shade for me. And that is something I struggle with a lot. We talk about this a lot on my channel. A lot of brands just don't make products that are quite light enough for me, and this is definitely a product that I could use a little bit of a lighter shade in. They do have 19 shades, which is pretty good. It's hard to judge from looking online how deep the deep shades really do go and how helpful they are, but there are at least a variety of shades. How I like to apply this product, I have been using the brush. I guess I should mention the brush. I have their blending brush, which is beautiful. I love the way this looks. It's got black, it's got the Merit on it. And then all the products have like the M for Merit kind of on the top. I should mention the concealer foundation stick does as well. I have been using this to blend out the kind of concealer foundation product. The brush is beautiful. It's an extremely soft brush. Just personally for me, I prefer a little bit of a denser brush for like blending out a product like a stick foundation or concealer. I love this. It does work, but just personally for me, I prefer using like my Clove and Hallow foundation brush. It's just a little bit denser packed, but this brush is beautiful. It's very soft and it does work. It's just more of a personal preference thing. I do use a smaller brush to blend under my eyes just because this brush is a little bit too big and bulky for me to get right up under my eyes. I was using my Clove and Hallow concealer brush to do that, and that worked really well. One of the questions I've been seeing floating around the internet a lot is how does this product compare to the Westman Atelier like foundation stick? And I do have the Westman Atelier foundation, so I can compare those two easily for you. I have the shade N1 in the Westman Atelier foundation, and I have the Westman Atelier foundation swatched over to the over here, and then the Merit is swatched over here. I like the shade of the Westman Atelier in 1 a little bit better. It's just it's a dash lighter, and so it works a little bit better on my complexion. That's not that surprising. I do like the Merit foundation for a very interesting reason, which is that it's a little bit of a stiffer, kind of more matte product. And I know that can be a drawback for some people, but for me, it actually works really well because I have oily skin. And I find that the Merit foundation stick really holds up well and doesn't break apart or slide around too much. And also, because it's a little stiffer, it is really great for spot conceal. If you need to build up the amount of coverage in a particular area, because it's a little stiffer, it's really easy to do that, and then it stays in place and doesn't slide around or move around throughout the day. Like I said, I have a few breakouts over here, and I was able to conceal those very easily with this product. I could see if you have more dry skin, that it might be a little bit too dry for you. I would say that the Westman Atelier is definitely more of a creamy formula, so I could see where for certain skin types, the Westman Atelier may be better. Both products work really well for me. I think I have a slight preference for the formula of the Merit Beauty Foundation just because it is a little bit more matte, so it jives really well with my skin type. So overall, I really have liked the foundation. I find that it works really well when I want this very minimal makeup, but just like a little bit of coverage. If you want to build up a lot of coverage, I don't think that this product will be great for doing that, just because you are getting quite a small amount of product. For reference, you're only getting 0.13 ounces of product, whereas with the Westman Atelier, you're getting 0.31 ounces. So you're getting a lot more product with the Westman Atelier foundation, which does make this a really expensive product if you're trying to use it as a relatively full coverage foundation. So I think it is better to think of it more as like a targeted concealer. The next product is their cheek color, and I have the shade in Cheeky, and I have to say, I love this. I am going to go pick up more shades of this. There was another shade, I think it was called Beverly Hills, which is a little bit more of a peachy shade. I wanted to pick out that one. It was unfortunately out of stock. And so I went with the shade Cheeky, which is a really pretty pink. This shade is lovely. I absolutely adore it. I love the formula of this so much. I am definitely going to go ahead and pick up the shade Beverly Hills. I'm hoping it'll be available when it launches on Sephora. This is a beautiful cream blush. I have it on my cheeks today, and I have to say, this has quickly risen to being one of my favorite cream blushes. And we know I am a cream blush lover. I find myself to be picky with cream blushes. Like, it's really hard for a blush to rise to the category of like the Caraway cream blushes for me. Like, it really has to be an outstanding cream blush. And this one is like right up there with the Caraway. Why I love this product so much is because it is like the perfect formula. It is not too creamy and not too sheer and not too pigmented. It like intersects in the perfect space between all those. It's creamy enough that I don't have to like warm it up too much. I'm able to blend it out super easily, but it's not so creamy that it's just like slip sliding all over the place. And it does do a great job of staying in place throughout the day. Like because I do have oily skin, often I will lose my blush color throughout the day. It will fade on me, but this holds up extremely well. And that's even with like wearing masks, running around, you know, things that are going to cause the blush to fade and wear off throughout the day. Like this holds up amazingly. I don't feel it creamy on my skin throughout the day, because that is something I don't love with cream blushes. And that's one reason I love the Caraway formula, is it kind of dries, I wouldn't say to a matte formula, but it dries down a bit, which is why it wears so well throughout the day. And that's very similar to how this product works. Would I say like in terms of like texture and feeling them, do they feel the same? No. But the effect that they give and the level of performance that both of these products have are extremely similar. So I would highly recommend this. I do use my finger and just blend it out on my cheeks, but like I said, it's easy to do. It's perfect for those really quick makeup days. If you just want to add a little bit of color to your cheek, this is perfect. And I think the packaging is really cute and really different. I've not seen a cream blush in quite this type of packaging before, and I really like it. I think it's adorable. One of my favorite products from the line, spoiler alert, I have to say, is that cream blush. It's perfect. Oh, I guess I should swatch it for you here. Let me swatch the shade before we move on to the next product. If I had created my own cream blush formula, I hope I would have created something this good. All right, here's Cheeky swatched right there. Okay, so the next product we have is a cream highlighter. I love that this brand just went like full cream. Like, I love that. So this is their cream highlighter. I have the shade Cava. They have two different shades. This is like a little stick. I, of course, am wearing it on my cheeks today. This is the lightest shade of the highlighter. There were only two shades, I think. But of course, because I have such fair skin, I did go for the lighter shade. And how I typically like to apply this, I've tried like drawing it directly onto my cheek, but I find that I just have a little bit more control if I take my finger, rub it, and then dab it on. You could just draw it right on, but I just find I have a little bit more control over the amount I'm getting on myself when I use my finger. But I absolutely love this. I've been asked this a few times, and I'm working on a video compiling all my favorite highlighters for like fair, light skin tones. It can be really challenging sometimes to find highlighters that are shades that are actually flattering for really fair skin tones, because the underlying base of the highlight, the base color, needs to be light enough that when you look straight ahead, you don't see a shadow on the cheekbones. And this highlighter does pass that test for me. When I look straight on in a mirror, I don't see a shadow on my cheeks. But when you turn to the side, you get this beautiful reflection. And this highlighter reminds me of the blush in the same way that it's not an overly sticky highlighter. It does kind of dry down a little bit, even though it is a cream highlighter, which means that my hair is not getting caught in my highlighter, which sometimes happens with highlighters that are a little bit too creamy and don't dry down fully. I think it's absolutely beautiful. It is a pretty intense highlight, but it's not all glittery or chunky. It's just the perfect cream highlighter, and yeah, I really like it. Next up, we have brows, and for a brow product, they did come out with a few brow gels. I have the shade in brown. This comes in absolutely beautiful packaging. The one thing I will say about the packaging of this brow gel is that this long part, so I don't know if you can see where the seam is in the product. It's like right here. So one side is longer than the other, and the long side is actually the side with the spoolie. Every single time I open this product, I open it upside down, where I'm left holding the like jar of the brow gel in my right hand, which is my dominant hand. Something about this packaging is not intuitive to me. I mean, it looks beautiful. I wish they'd either evenly spaced how long these two parts are or flip them. For some reason, I guess it's just like ingrained in me. Oh, you know why? I'm looking around. It's ingrained in me because of mascaras. The short side is always the side. This is a Merit Beauty mascara, by the way. The short side is always the side with the spoolie. So that's why I always open this product upside down. I never think, oh yeah, the long side's gonna have the spoolie on it. Whatever. That's a small complaint. So I have this in my brows today, and I like the product a lot. It gives a good amount of color. It's really easy to work with. It's not gloopy. It doesn't flake on me. It doesn't smudge. The only downside for me with this product, and why it's not like one of my all-time favorite brow gels, is I could have used a little bit more hold. You'll see this in the beginning of the clip when I start filling my brows, but I actually have pretty full brows, and I have quite a bit of brow hair. And I've discovered that the way for me to have the best brow look is to have a brow product that has quite a bit of hold on it. When I first put this in, I can shape my brows into the shape that I want. However, I find throughout the day they do kind of start drooping a little bit. And not everyone has as much brow hair as I do. I'm really glad that I have the amount of brow hair that I do, but it just means for me, an ideal brow product has to have quite a bit of hold. This one doesn't have quite the right amount of hold, but in terms of color and ease of use and how natural it looks, checks all those boxes. I could just do with a pinch more hold. This mascara, I feel like, has gotten a lot of hype in the clean beauty space because it's a tubing mascara. I never tried a tubing mascara until like a couple weeks ago. I picked up the Victoria Beckham mascara, which is a tubing mascara. And then this one was sent to me, which is also a tubing mascara. First off, I have to say, I love the packaging. I love that this is square with the gold. So I opened up the box of all the Merit products and was like, this is packaging. Like, this is what we want with packaging. Everything is just, it looks so, so pleasing to the eye. The brush on this mascara wand is a traditional spoolie. It looks just kind of like a regular spoolie. It's not a plastic. It doesn't have any crazy shape to it. It's just a pretty average spoolie. But I guess I should get back to what I was saying about tubing mascaras. I had never tried a tubing mascara before trying the Victoria Beckham Beauty Mascara and then trying this one. And I have tried these both out side by side and swapped them. I like both mascaras. The one thing I will say about the Victoria Beckham mascara is it's a little bit more of like a traditional tubing mascara, at least as far as I understand tubing mascaras to work. That one, when you do get warm water on it, it comes off in like big flakes. Like it is noticeable. It's like raining little flakes of mascara, but it comes off super easily. This one isn't quite as like aggressive in the tubing. I find that it smudges a little bit more when I'm taking it off. It does tube, you know, it does flake off and tube with warm water, but it isn't quite as dramatic as the Victoria Beckham mascara. So this one to me is a little bit more in between like a regular mascara and a tubing mascara, whereas I would put the Victoria Beckham mascara fully in the tubing mascara category. However, that being said, I've been a lover of regular mascaras for years. I haven't really needed to try a tubing mascara before now, so the fact that it doesn't come off like quite in the same way that the Victoria Beckham one does isn't a problem for me. I do really like how this mascara looks. It gives a lot of beautiful length. As I always do, I will show you a clip with me with the mascara on one eye and not on the other so you can see the difference. But I think you'll be able to tell that it is a beautiful mascara. It provides a lot of length. It's really easy to apply. I don't have to worry about it being overly clumpy. It also wears beautifully throughout the day. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake. It just holds up super well, and when you go to take it off at the end of the night, it's quite easy to do that. Overall, I really like the mascara. This is another great product from the line and one that I would recommend as well. And then the final product is one that kind of caught me by surprise. I am kind of picky when it comes to lip glosses. I feel like my favorite products in the line are the things that I'm like really picky about. My lips don't have a lot of natural pigmentation, so I want lip glosses that are going to give my lips color, and most of them are a little bit sheer for my liking. And then comes this one. This lip gloss is so good. I have been wearing it nonstop. I have the shade in Marrakech, and that was part of what surprised me. This is not a color lip gloss that I normally would purchase for myself. But I was like, I do not need another pink lip gloss. So when I was looking at the shades, I was like, this is really pretty. We're starting eventually to maybe move into spring. It's still February right now, but we'll eventually get to spring. And I was like, this would be a beautiful like spring summer color. I picked this up head over heels in love. Like part of my deep love for this product is the color. I've not found another lip product quite in this color. So if you like the color I have on my lips right now, you should check this out in the shade Marrakech, but I've swatched it right here on my hands. The formula is super unique. It is not at all sticky. It is basically like a lip oil, but it's not oily either. It's like not gloopy or sticky like a lip gloss. It just feels really nice and nourishing on the lips, but it doesn't feel like you have anything on. It's so effortless, and it provides such a good amount of color on your lips, and it feels really comfortable. It's not minty. It doesn't really have much of a scent. I really love it, and I can't stop reaching for it. I'm not sure if I would pick up another shade just because part of the reason I love this so much is this particular shade, and I think it's a really unique, really beautiful shade, and something that is difficult for me to find because trying to find kind of more peachy products that are flattering on my skin tone can be a little bit tough, but this definitely hits that nail right on the head and is perfect. So if you were curious about this is another outstanding product. I have to say, overall, my thoughts, I am thoroughly impressed. Like, it is rare that I try out a line of products, especially on their first launch, where every single product is a hit. There's some that I like a little bit more than others. Like I said, like maybe one of my less favorite products is the brow gel. Also, in terms with the foundation, I would have liked to see a lighter shade available for us fair porcelain skin people. In general, I think it's outstanding. My favorite products by far are the cheek product. I really like the lip gloss as well. And I definitely think the mascara is a really good mascara too, and something unique in the clean beauty space, as it is kind of more of a tubing style mascara. The highlighter is great. The foundation concealer product's great. Also the brush, super soft, blends out really well. So overall, I'm really impressed. It was funny when I was thinking about this line, it really is a 5-minute makeup line, and that's one of the reasons I have been gravitating towards these products. Of course, I've been testing them out for a couple weeks, so I can bring you this video. Once I formulate my thoughts, I still keep reaching for them again and again because I really genuinely enjoy using these products, and they give me this really beautiful, really effortless makeup look super quickly. The only thing for me that's missing from the line is some sort of eyeshadow. I did throw on one of the Ilia liquid eyeshadows today. I'm honestly a little surprised they didn't launch like a cream eyeshadow or a liquid eyeshadow. I feel like that's like the perfect cherry to go on top, because for me, I like to have a little bit of eyeshadow on just to kind of make my eyes really pop, especially on Zoom calls. A little eyeshadow goes a long way just to kind of make your eyes actually stand out. But overall, I love this. I hope you guys check it out. I know I was sent these products by the brand, but to be honest, if I had purchased them myself, I would have given you the exact same review because they're just really good. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to share with you what works, what doesn't, what I like, what I don't in clean beauty. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to my channel and click the bell button so you're notified of when I post new videos. And come follow me on Instagram. I'm at naturallybeautifulgirlkat there. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.